Hey guys, Jamboo here. I'm the official FIFA player for West Ham United, and today we're going to be having a look at how I defend. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys, and if it does, don't forget to leave a like rating and subscribe to the West Ham channel. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to have a look at is the custom tactics, which I believe this year are the most important they've been sort of compared to any other FIFA game. They play a big impact in how the game goes. So when it comes to defending, we'll be looking at the bottom four, which is pressure, aggression, team width and defender line. So starting off with pressure, I have mine at 45. This isn't too low or too high, it's pretty neutral, and it means that I won't be sustainable to sort of over the top through balls, or I won't be sat back so deep that I'll be sort of under threat with long shots and things like that. So 45 is what I have my pressure on. I have my aggression on 65, and this is relatively high, even playing at a high standard. Basically, it means that my players are going to do anything to get the ball back super quickly and hit teams on the break. And this is pretty much down to play style. If you want to have your aggression lower, you can sort of sit back and wait for your opponent to make a bad pass. Whereas I prefer to win the ball back quickly with interceptions. So 65 is what I have my aggression on, and that's just what seems to work for me. So I have my team width on 45, and basically I believe what this one does is how far your sort of left, right back and centre back spread out. So if the ball was going out wide, it's how far the team would push over to try and defend the ball. I have mine on 45, which the same as the pressure is very neutral. It means that I don't get gaps left in central defence, and also my players will be able to go out wide to retrieve the ball. And finally, we have the defender line, and this is probably the most important one. Always make sure you have this on cover no matter what. The other option is offside trap, and there's just something about it on FIFA 17 in particular. Offside trap just doesn't seem to work. Your defence gets left massively exposed to over the top through balls and just balls through, and cover's definitely the way to go. It makes defending a whole lot more simple. So that is the custom tactics complete. There's no sort of magic button to it. You've got to experiment to what works with you. Changing to a pro FIFA player's custom tactics won't guarantee success. You've got to have a play around with it. Eventually you'll see what works for you, what you're comfortable with. And now guys, we'll go into some in-game footage so you can see how I defend. So on to the gameplay now, and similar to in the way the custom tactics works, there's no sort of real way, one way to defend. There's different styles. You'll see from the clips that I'm showing now that I'm a very aggressive defender, which means you won't see too much use of jockeying, which is LT on the Xbox or L2 on the PlayStation. You can hold that down to sort of jockey off the attacker, but you won't see that very often from me due to being an aggressive defender. I go straight for the tackle. Even if it leaves up space, it's just the risk that I take in order to win the ball back as quickly as possible and get onto the attack. So the way I'd recommend defending in most situations is instead of pressing LB to switch the player all the time, you'll notice that I tend to track back with one player, and I hold down RB on the Xbox or R1 on the PlayStation, and this is the second man press button. So what this will do is it means the player that I'm actually controlling I can sort of back off with, and then if I hold down RB or R1, then I can actually get the computer will bring another player to assist me. So you'll see a lot of the time it's not actually the player with the cursor above making the interception or the tackle. It is the computer, which is extremely effective this year when defending. So what the second man press allows me to do as well is to use the player that I'm controlling and drag them into a position to intercept the ball whilst the computer attacks at the player with the ball. So it's extremely effective in both ways, being aggressive, and it also lures your opponent into sort of a false sense of security. They might think that you're controlling the player running towards them when in fact you're being rather cautious with your defending and controlling a player further back whilst you let the computer go in to make the challenge. So we're coming towards the end of this video now guys. The best defenders from West Ham to use in your ultimate team would definitely be the birthday card Ogbonna and also the inform Winston Reid. Reason for this is they're both really big and quick and strong, so they've got everything you need, sort of the key elements into being a defender in FIFA 17. But hopefully this tutorial and gameplay has helped you guys out. If it did, please leave a like on the video and remember to subscribe to the West Ham channel. Thanks for watching guys, and peace. Come on you Irons.